Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Well, the Toronto Raptors rolled the dice last season and gambled on acquiring Kawhi Leonard. They knew it could be just a one-year rental, with Leonard able to be a free agent in 2019. But Kevin, after winning the 2019 NBA title, anything else is gravy.
The first title in franchise history, DA, is such a huge moment for the team, the city, and the country of Canada. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Raptors. They slide down to the third spot, trying not to slide any further.
When you look at this visiting team, they've started the way we expected. Aggressive, relentless, just imposing their will upon lesser teams.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Big Daddy is out there with P. Then there's Boss. Then there's the Quick. And it's Buckets in at the 3 spot. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Davis is out there with Lowry. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Could be a transition free-for-all tonight, Brent. What's your feeling about going for the open 3 on the break rather than taking it in for a higher percentage shot in a layup?
Well, nowadays we know that the three-pointer actually means more for any given team.
Analytically, you're right.
Analytically,
yes.
But Kevin, what I'm interested in is on a given night like this where we're going to see a ton of threes, what's the decision-making of the guy with the ball? Sometimes it'll be the point guard. It might be a wing player, but how smart is he at finding the right shooter at the right time at the three-point line on these fast breaks?
Making those big decisions. You're right.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Back to Lowry. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Boss. Here's Flores. And the layup's good off the glass. Big Daddy's got his second bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Lowry. 8 points his last outing, and it's denied. Here's Boss. He's guarded by Davis. Passes to Flores. Releases. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Pass to Siakam. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Pass to Flores. Over Siakam. The shot, no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Davis surveying the floor. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Kyle Lowry is second.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Outside, Davis. Now the pass to Anunoby. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Anunoby's got 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. This quarter belongs to them, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, their defense wasn't exactly solid in that game, so if they could make up for mistakes by causing some turnovers, it might have helped. They didn't even get those.
Here's Boucher, trains the three-pointer.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those...
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. There's a minute 34 left in the first. Here's Gasol. It's blocked. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Raptors trail by 5. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the first. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Black hole passes to Pete. Connects from three-point range.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
That's tipped. To the paint. Here's Big Smooth. Shakes him. And he sinks the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's good. Boucher's got his second bucket of the night.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Black Hole. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's Van Vliet, and he drains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor. But replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. The away team.
Just fun. You see more fans on the stand.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
They've got Marc Gasol, Fred VanVleet out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Boucher in at the 4. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
The Cobra, he's checked in for Smooth. Here's the Cobra. And the 3 ball is good. The Cobra's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Siakam, the bounce pass. Here's VanVleet, and the Raptors tack on 2 more. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Toronto calls timeout. We know officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, though, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair. But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good example. Didn't think that was going to go in. Big Daddy's got 14.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Shot clock at 6. Here we go, one-on-one. Toronto grabs the miss.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Lowry inside the line, and the Raptors miss again.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
They need this. It's rebounded by Boss. Boss has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Davis is checked in for Fred VanVleet. Raptors trail by 19. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. Davis, the pass to Ibaka. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Ibaka's got his first basket.
Yeah, with a hand in his face, no less. Inside, Ibaka uses his long arms to convert through the contact.
The quick passes to Flores. And the rejection by Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. And that basket to his impressive total brings him to 10 for 14.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Lowry looking around. Passes it to Gasol. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Powell, he's checked in for the Raptors.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. There's 53 seconds left here in the second. Now here is Lowry. He's guarded closely. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Lowry.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Here's Flores. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just playing with poise and confidence. Man, they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Lowry. Pass to Siakam. Davis in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Picked his pocket. And here's the break. Here's Flores. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Big Daddy's got 31 points.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
And he's good on the second.
A 5-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The away team.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, how about that ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gets everyone on the...
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Boss is out there with the quick, and it's Big Daddy, then it's P, and it's buckets in at the 3 spot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Flores, fires for 3, nailed from 3-point land. Big Daddy's got 6 here in this quarter.
And the 3-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
And here is Davis. Knocked away. And there's the pass to Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Davis missing. Gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Flores goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Outside Lowry. Siakam outside. Passes it to Anunoby. On the wing, Davis. Got a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
And Toronto making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Pass to Buckets. Here's Big Daddy. Ibaka comes with the double team. Flores the pass to the Quick. Sinks the triple. The Quick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And Toronto turns it over again. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Marcus All's checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Kyle Lowry. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the wing right side. Ibaka comes with the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Raptors with the ball. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Here's Ibaka, and the layup is good. Ibaka's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
It's good from long range. 42 points for Big Daddy. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent, but some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization to help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Can't make it a distraction. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. Here's Van Vliet. He's got 10. 1:53 left to play in the third. Left side Gasol. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Gasol's got 6 points.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
The first one falls. Davis is checked in for Pascal Siakam. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Van Vliet. The teardrop falls in. He's got 12.
Well, maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Powell kicks to Gasol. Pass to Van Vliet. 35 seconds left in the third. The shot, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Another steal. Here's Boss. And that one is hammered home.
Are you kidding me? The reverse windmill? He's got some serious nerve going to that finish.
Oh, he just couldn't help himself, could he, Greg? Huh? Had the space, has the hops, why not?
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points.
And so it's the visiting team with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Thomas is out there with McCaw. Then it's Johnson, and it's Boucher in at center. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It was a good possession all the way around.
McCaw, the pass to Thomas. It's Hollis Jefferson, top of the key. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Thomas, no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good on the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's the quick. Money from the wing.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Called a kickball. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Dub. It's deflected. Poked loose. Johnson, the pass to McCaw. Big Daddy's checked in for buckets. The visitors on defense. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract, and that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. Passes it to Flores. Good, that's another bucket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's McCaw. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Ball stolen. Here's Flores, and good, he hits it again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Got a piece of it, and they're running. Jumps up, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
A beautiful reverse layup.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Johnson over to help. From deep. The long distance three is buried. 8 points for the Quick.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that from another time zone.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for
I'd
the
like
NBA.
to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Toronto working the ball around now. That one goes. Count it. 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
The pass to P. To the inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Thomas goes in, and it's blocked. Here's Big Daddy. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First free throw is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's McCall. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
You know, the team struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
It's intercepted. Fast break, Toronto. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Passes it to McCaw. 5 to shoot. Johnson with it. Outside Thomas. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. "19 seconds left in the game. Pass to Flores. Over Johnson. He got it again. Sensational. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Dub. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He hits both from the stripe. Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. That's tipped. Here's McCall. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long and good night, everyone.